Oh, hey. I didn't see you guys there. But as always, I'm glad that you're here. You know why? Because it's Monopoly Night in America. That's right. It is time for the 10th episode of Season 3 of Monopoly right here on December 23rd, only 2 days away from Christmas itself. You know what? Let's not hold this thing back any longer, and let's get right to it. And let's have a great show, why don't we? And we start in 3, 2, 1.
Yes, Monopoly. World's most popular board game, Monopoly, the TV game. Here come the players. The red player, Sephy, the yellow player, Jason, and the green player, Jose. Here comes Mr. Monopoly, Neil Strunitzky. And now, here comes your host, Third Ferguson.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to another fantastic episode of Monopoly, coming to you live from Grandma Studios inside of the MVG production house. It is so good to be here with you guys this evening. Let's go ahead and get right into this thing. Of course, we are going to start with our red player. He is back. Again, he has 4 wins in a row. Tonight is a big night for him. In these last 4 games, he's been able to rack up $175,265 for a grand total on the season of $185,265. Welcome back to the Monopoly stage, Scott Sephy McVay.
Hi, Terry. How's it going tonight?
Hey, it's Monopoly Night in America, so cannot complain about that. Good to have you back here, man. You have been on the run of runs, I think would be fair to say, in the history of this series. Out of your 4 wins in a row here, you have won our bonus game 3 of those 4 times. Man, that's just got to feel good.
Yeah, it pretty much does. Exactly, though.
So, yeah, tonight coming into your next challenge, you've got some really good opponents you're going up against. Do you think you've got what it takes to hit your strive for 5?
Let's find out. All I can say is let's see who's the best man who can win tonight, okay?
Hey, let's absolutely do that. So best of luck to you as we move on to meet your opponents. We start here in the gold position. He comes to us from Metairie, Louisiana. He is normally your Mr. Monopoly, but tonight he's your gold player. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Quantavious Myers.
What's up?
Well, Jason, it's kind of odd to see you behind a podium instead of holding a handful of dice, and actually seeing you out here on the stage this early. So, what's up? Why is it taking you so long?
We kind of talked about it backstage before this game got underway, and I felt bad for taking the Mr. Monopoly spot from Neil last week. So I was like, you know what? Let Neil shine for once.
Hey, I think Neil is going to do a fantastic job here. And I think you have a very good opportunity here to potentially take down Sephy. So as we get into this here tonight, since it's your first time here on the stage this season, why don't you go ahead and remind everybody where you're from and what you do for a living.
I'm a person from a place that does a thing. On the serious note, from the western side of New Orleans, Louisiana, aka Metairie. Make cutter by day and insomniac by night.
Hey, fair enough. So yeah, we are going to wish you the best of luck tonight, of course. And although we can't give you any extra pull here, we do wish you that best of luck as we meet the final opponent here. He is in our green position, and he comes to us from Red Oak, Texas. This is his first time here on the Monopoly set, or excuse me, the second time for him on the Monopoly set. I do apologize there for this season. So far, he's been able to collect $1,260. We've not seen him in a while. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Monopoly stage, Jose Cosraz.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
So, Jose, again, this is your second time being here this season. You're going up against two really top-notch trivia players. What do you think it is that you bring to the stage tonight that's going to help you along your way?
I've been studying up in preparation for this, but end of the day, it's just a race to see who can get to that buzzer first, and that's what I've been struggling with as of recently. The people I've went up against have just beaten me to the punch at the buzzer, just don't have the reflexes that they do. So that's the one thing I think may be the biggest challenge coming into the night. Other than that, let's just see what happens, because I've got a tough challenge here.
And I mean, you are absolutely right there. When it comes down to this, that the whole thing with the buzzer, it's tough. It really is tough. You know, when you get against people that are really quick on the buzzer and they know their trivia and they know it very quickly, that can definitely be a challenge to go against.
As I've experienced firsthand.
But hey, the good news is that you are absolutely not, set that you cannot win this game. You just have to go out there and do your absolute best.
I will absolutely do.
All right. Well, hey, we definitely wish you the best of luck tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, those are our players. All right. So, of course, as we get into our game here, we start here in our first round. This is the acquisition phase of our game. Of course, we're going to be making one full trip around this board. We will stop at each individual property in the color groups. You'll notice at the bottom of those properties there is a dollar amount. We're going to ask them a trivia question. They get it correct, they're going to get that dollar amount. They get it wrong, however, they'll lose it, and it'll be a toss-up for the other players. Once we've made it through all of the properties within a color group, if someone owns them all, they'll get their special little bonus prize. If they do not own all of them, then we will go into a showdown round, and we'll talk more about that as that comes to us. So now is the time that we, of course, do our buzzer check. So, Sephy. Very good. Jason. And Jose. All right, everybody's good. So let's get into this here as we start with our brown property group. And, of course, we start at Mediterranean Avenue, which is worth $60. Which choreographer played dance instructor Lydia Grant in the movie Fame? Jason.
Irene Cara.
No, I'm sorry. It's going to cost you 60.
Yeah.
Sephy or Jose?
Nope.
I don't think I can get this.
That'll be Debbie Allen. Debbie Allen. All right, we'll cut that property down in half now. It's now worth $30. In literature, which Washington Irving character falls asleep and awakens 20 years later? Sephy?
Rip Van Winkle.
Rip Van Winkle is correct. $30 over to you. You own one brown property. Next up is Baltic Avenue, worth $60. Which adopted son of Claudius was emperor of Rome when a fire destroyed half the city? And that's Sephy.
Nero.
Nero is correct. $60 to you for that. You now own both of the brown properties, which means you get the combined value without a showdown of $120, and that takes you up to $210. We now make our way to our light blue properties, and we start with Oriental Avenue, worth $100. In music, which Material Girl had a hit with Like a Jason?
Madonna.
Madonna is correct. 100 to you. You're at $40. Next up, Vermont Avenue for $100. Besides the $10 bill, what is the only current bill of U.S. paper currency not to feature a portrait of a former and that's Sephy.
The $100 bill.
$100 bill is correct. $100 to you. You're at $310. One for Jason, one for Sephy. Now we go to Connecticut Avenue, worth $120. Tommy Hilfiger's fragrance for men has the same name as what Chris Farley movie? Jason.
Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy is correct. 120 to you. You're at 160. So now we will be having a showdown between Jason and Sephy. Jason, I need one correct answer for the Monopoly. Sephy, I need 2. Jose, you'll be sitting out. Of the world's national flags, which countries features the most stars? Sephy.
United States.
United States, of course. All right, next correct answer takes the Monopoly. Of the world's national flag, excuse me, I almost said the same one again. For decades, the state of Vermont has held an annual festival honoring which type of syrup-producing tree? Jason.
Maple.
Maple is correct, and you have taken the light blue property group. That comes with $320 of combined value, taking you up to $480. We now turn on to 2nd Street. We start with our magenta properties, and we go to St. Charles Place at $140. Everyone is once again involved. What name is shared by the most populous cities in both Maine and Oregon? Jason.
Portland.
Portland is correct. 140 to you. You're at 620. You have one magenta. Next up, States Avenue for 140. What O is a type of tea which means black dragon and Jason?
Oolong.
Oolong, correct. 140 to you. You're at 760. You have 2 magentas. Now we go to Virginia Avenue worth 160. In 1977, a California housewife named Debbie opened the first store of what worldwide cookie chain? Jason.
Little Debbie.
No, sorry, it's going to cost you 160. Sephy or Jose?
Remember that.
Jose.
Shot at it. Nabrisco.
No, I'm sorry, that's going to cost you 160. Sorry, I had to take a drink there in the middle of that. Sephy?
Nope, I'm not going to touch this one.
That would be Mrs. Fields.
Ah.
Mrs. Fields. All right, we cut the property value down in half to $80. Impact, striker, and soccer trainer are all varieties of what Whammo foot bag? Sephy.
Hacky sack?
Hacky sack is correct. $80 to you takes you to $390. All right, we are now at a showdown once again between Jason and Sephy. Jason, again, one correct answer gets you the Monopoly. Sephy, you need 2. Jose, hold tight. In music, which parody artist recorded the songs? Sephy?
Weird Al Yankovic?
Weird Al Yankovic is correct. All right, next correct answer takes the Monopoly. Reintroduced by John F. Kennedy, the highest award given to civilians is known as the Presidential Medal of what? Jason?
Honor.
No, I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Sephy?
Freedom?
Freedom is correct, and Sephy, you have taken the magenta property group. That comes with $440 of combined value, taking you up to $830. We now go to
Zagged when I should have zagged.
our orange property group. We start with St. James Place, worth $180. Everyone's involved. Which actor played a young Indiana Jones in Indiana Jones and the Sephy?
River Phoenix?
River Phoenix is correct. 180 you. You're at 1010. All right, next up is Tennessee Avenue, worth $180. The Hammerhead, Great White, and that's Jose.
Sharks.
Shark is correct. There you go. Jose got one in there. He's up to $20. Next up, New York Avenue, worth $200. In math, what is 199 plus 199? Jason.
Dang it.
398.
398 is correct. 200 to you takes you to 800. And for the first time, we have all 3 players with a monopoly, with a property, meaning now everyone's in the showdown. First person to get 2 correct answers, even if they're not in a row, takes the monopoly. Here comes your first one. In geography, Great Britain ceded control of which territory to China in and that's Jason.
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong is correct. That's 1 for you. In January 2001, which branch of the U.S. military replaced their recruiting slogan, "Be all you can be"? Sephy.
The Army.
The Army. That's one for you now. In music, what guitarist was a member of the bands Cream and Derek and that's Jason?
Eric Clapton.
Eric Clapton is correct, and you have taken the Orange Property Group. With that comes $560 of combined value, taking you up to $1,360. We now turn on to 3rd Street. We're in our red properties, and we start with Kentucky Avenue. It's a $220 property. All players are back in the game. What association established in 1884 maintains a purebred dog registry? Jason.
I blanked on that one. I'm sorry.
All right, that loses 220 there. 1140 is where you're at. Sephy.
Westminster Kennel Club.
No, I'm sorry. That's incorrect.
Ooh.
Jose, you want a shot at it?
Repeat the question.
Sure. Let me find it here again. What association established in 1884 maintains a purebred dog registry?
No, I'm not going to. I think.
That would be the granddaddy of them, the American Kennel Club.
I
Yes.
wouldn't have gotten that one.
Oh, wow.
All right, we cut that property value down in half now. It's now worth $110. In movies, what actress starred as Catherine Trammell in Basic Instinct? Sephy.
Sharon Stone.
Correct. Takes you up to 900. We now go to Indiana Avenue, worth 220. In anatomy, what is the medical term for the roof of the mouth? And that's Sephy.
Oh, good, Mark. I screwed this up.
No, sorry, cost you 220. Jason or Jose. And that's Jason.
What is it?
The upper palate.
Pallet is what we were going for there. Correct. $220 to you takes you to $1,360. Now we go to Illinois Avenue, worth $240. What European female was the first gymnast to score a perfect 10 in the Olympic? And that's Jason.
Nadia Comaneci.
Nadia Comaneci is correct. $240 to you takes you to $1,600. So we've come to the end of the reds. Jason has 2 properties. Sephy has 1. So Sephy, I need 2 correct answers. Jason, I need 1. Jose, please hold tight. What brand of soap owned by the WD-40 company has a wrapper depicting a volcano? Jason.
Lava.
Lava is correct. And Jason, you have taken the red property groups. With that comes $680 of combined value, taking you up to $2,280. We now go to our yellow property group. We start with Atlantic Avenue. It's worth $260, and all players are involved. What 5-time Grammy winner became a spokesperson for the Psychic Friends Network? Sephy.
Dionne Warwick.
Dionne Warwick is correct. $260 to you takes you to $940. Next up, Ventnor Avenue for $260. In the Old Testament, who was the scheming, power-hungry wife of Ahab?
Oh, my God.
I got a joke.
Go ahead, go ahead.
That's going to get us canceled.
Go ahead, Jason. I don't care.
I don't want to say it.
I think it was Kitty.
Say it.
No, it ain't her.
Say it.
All right, I'll say it. There you go.
Well, you were close. It was Jezebel.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Same difference. One of them is ancient, the other one's a land whale.
Well,
Oh, my God.
hey. Well, I'm not going to say that either. Okay, so we cut the property value down in half. It's now worth $130. Here's the next question. In literature, Edward and Estlin were the first 2 names of what poet who seldom used capital letters? Sephy.
E.E. Cummings.
E.E. Cummings is correct. That's $130 to you, taking you to $1070. All right, so is that one apiece or is that both for Sephy?
It was 2 for Sephy.
All right, 2 for Sephy. Just making sure. All right, next up, Marvin Gardens for $280. In food, what P as in Paul is the cut of steak containing both the T-bone. I was going to say, Jason.
Porterhouse.
Porterhouse, $208 to you. You're at $25.60.
If I don't get that one,
Yeah, you're going to lose your job. You're
I gotta
going to
turn in my knives and cut
Yeah.
my hands off.
right.
Destined
Alright.
for him to get that.
All right, Jose, you will be sitting out again. Jason, this time you need 2 correct answers, and Sephy only needs 1. All right. What French general and Revolutionary War hero lends his name to the park across the street from the White House? That'd be Lafayette.
Ah,
All right, next question. Which Harold Pinter play takes its title from what small elevator used to move food between floors of a building? Jason.
dumbwaiter.
Dumbwaiter's correct. Next correct answer takes the yellows. In music, what band had #1 hits with the songs Jive Talkin' and You Should Be Dancing? And that's Jason.
Bee Gees.
Bee Gees is correct, and you have taken the yellow property group. With that comes $800 of combined value, taking you up to $3,360. We turn on to 4th Street in our green property group. We start with that very specific avenue that everybody loves. It's Pacific Avenue. $300. Here's the first question in green with everybody playing. In chemistry, what letters from the periodic table represent the common salt compound of sodium chloride? Jose.
NaCl.
NaCl is correct. 300 to you. You're at 320. Next up, the home of Brandon Scruggs, North Carolina Avenue, worth 300. From the Italian for middle, what name is given to the level of theater seats located on the lowest? And that's Jason.
Mezzanine.
Mezzanine is correct. 300 to you. You're at 3660. 1 for Jose, 1 for Jason. Next up, the home of the president, Pennsylvania Avenue, for 320. Each year, what city in New Mexico hosts the largest Native American art show in the country? And that's Jason.
Albuquerque.
No, I'm sorry. Cost you 320. Sephy, Jose?
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe is correct. 320 to you. Takes you to 640. All right, so Sephy, you're going to sit out this time. This time our showdown is between Jose, who needs 1, Jason, who needs 2. Jose, this could be huge for you. In movies, what 1989 baseball film featured the line, "If you build it, he..." Jason?
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams is correct. Next correct answer takes the greens. Also known as Denali, what is the highest mountain in... Jason?
Mount McKinley.
Mount McKinley is correct, and you have taken the green property group. That comes with $920 of combined value, taking you up to $4,260. We now make our way to our final property group. It's the dark blues. We start with Park Place, worth $350 and everyone playing. Wendy the Good Little Witch first appeared in comic... Jason?
Casper.
Casper is correct. $350 to you takes you to $4,610, and we're now to our final property of the acquisition phase. This is Boardwalk, worth $400. What A as in apple is the group of toothless mammals known for its long, sticky tongue and diet, and that's Jason.
Anteater.
Anteater is correct. 400 to you for that. You also have gotten the dark blue property group. $750 of combined value takes you up to $5,760, and that sound means we've come to the end of our acquisition phase. Let's take a look at where we stand. Right now in 3rd place is our green player, Jose Cosrez, at $640, and he has no monopolies currently. In 2nd place is our current champion, our red player, Scott Sephy McVay. He has 2 monopolies and $1,070. And currently in 1st place is our gold player, Jason Myers. He has $5,760, and he currently has 6 monopolies. Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our first commercial break of the evening. This is where our players are going to get to spend that money they've just earned to add houses and hotels to their property. And when we come back, we're going to do our 15-minute big money round with Neil Sternitsky, where we find out who's going to go on to play for up to $50,000 right here on Monopoly. Welcome back in here to Monopoly. Man, we have got a very good game going tonight. Very interesting to say the least. Let's look at how things are sitting at this time after we have done our houses and hotels, which of course are $50 a piece, and they do have to build evenly. Right now in third place is now our champion, the red player Scott Sephy McVay, with $20. In second is Jose Cosrez at $640, and Jason Myers, our gold player, in first at $1,510. And for one of the first times that I can remember in a while, we do not have all houses, or excuse me, all hotels on the board. There's some houses down there on the Browns, but still a lot of game left to be played. And this is a very interesting time in our game. We normally would bring Jason on the set, but he's already here. So we bring in tonight our own backup relief pitcher. We will call him Mr. Reliefopoly. Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Stranitzky.
Hi, Turd. Good to be here.
I guess we could technically call you Mr. Sternopoly. That would sound kind of cool and like you have control of the room. So I think we can go that. Mr. Sternopoly, good to have you here. I know that we were talking last week. You were supposed to be up here with us, and then Jason showed up almost out of nowhere. This week he decided to go be a player. So, hey, you're here with us. So good to have you here. Tell us, what are you thinking about the game so far?
Well, it's not the Scott McVay show anymore. It's the Jason Myers show this time.
You know, you've got that one absolutely down pat. It is absolutely not the Sephy show tonight. But as we know, all it takes is those hostile takeovers hitting a couple of times, and this game can flip on its head.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It ain't over till it's over, like they always say.
Yeah, and I do want to make note. Mutzer has said it in the live chat this evening, and I know he said it either last week's live chat or in the comments later, that yes, we did overlook a rule at one point. One of the new rule changes about if you have a successful hostile takeover, that it does give you an additional roll or allows you to do a re-roll if you wind up having a bad one in the bonus game. So that is my mistake. It's a new roll. We're still getting used to it. Luckily, I don't believe it did affect anything come the end of the day. Yes, we will make sure that is done. And, of course, with our judge and Mr. Sternopoly, Neil Stranitzky here, he will make sure that we stay on top of that. So, Neil, I'm assuming you have the dice ready and loaded to go?
That I do.
All right, well, then I'll let you go ahead over to your part of the board. So, of course, players, this, of course, is our 15-minute big money round. Neil, you will be running the timer as well, correct?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Good to go. So, 15 minutes, we're going to go around this board as many times as we can, stopping at as many of those properties as we can. Of course, if we land on a property, and of course it belongs to you, you're going to get a trivia question. Get it correct, you're going to earn the amount for the upgrades that you have on said property. If you get it wrong, it won't cost you anything, although it does become a toss-up for the other two players. If they get it correct, they're going to steal the money. They get it wrong, however, and it's going to cost them, and it's going to cost them dearly. So you do have to be careful there. Of course, we have our other properties on the board, such as our utilities, waterworks, and electric company, where 100 times the roll, that can make a big dent in someone being behind. We have got our income tax and luxury tax, which that's going to take money away from you and put it over in our free parking, which is in the upper left-hand corner. That one starts at $500. We land on that. Trivia question can earn you unheard of riches. Go to jail, sends you directly to jail. You get out immediately by paying $50 to get yourself out, which of course also goes into the free parking jackpot. We have our railroads on the board, which of course those are our hostile takeovers, which is one question can change the outcome of this game in a hurry. And what we would call the honorary Kevin Henry spaces, the community chest, and chance. He never understands why it is that we go on and on about this so much. It is the absolute bane of my existence, and normally the bane of whoever's in the lead in this game's existence. And of course, it can bring you a little bit of money, and it can also be a big thorn in your ass. So, with that being said, we are going to go ahead and get ourselves onto the board there with the token. And Neil is going to give us our first roll whenever he's ready. That will start the timer once I have moved the correct spaces. And we're going to get into it. So let's play the 15-minute big money round.
All right, here we go. 4 and a 2 for a 6.
All right, that's going to take us to Oriental Avenue.
All right, Jason, 550 on the line. Can you snatch it? Here's your question.
Jason, which comedian was the original host of America's Funniest Home Videos?
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget is correct. 550 to you takes you to $2,060. Next roll, Mr. Sternopoly.
6 and a 2 for an 8.
All right, and that takes us to Virginia Avenue.
All right, Sephy, $900 on the line here. You need this right now. Here's a question.
Sephy, what name for the surface of an airport runway comes from an 18th century Scottish engineer?
Tarmac.
Tarmac is correct. 900 to you takes you to $920. Next roll.
1 and a 4 for a 5.
And that takes us to New York Avenue.
All right, Jason, $1,000 on the line. Get it.
Jason, in Astrid Lindgren's books, which pig-tailed Swedish girl lives with a horse and an ape?
Heidi.
No, I'm sorry. Toss up. Sephy or Jose? And that'd be Jose.
Pippi Longstocking?
Pippi Longstocking is correct. $1,000 to you. Takes you to $1,640. Well done.
Forgot about that.
Next roll.
3 and a 4 for a 7.
And that's Atlantic Avenue.
All right, Jason, you're heading up the East Coast now. 1150 on the line.
Jason, Tanqueray and Bombay Sapphire are both types of what liquor?
Rum.
No, I'm sorry. Toss up. Sephy or Jose?
Not touching that one.
I can't either.
That would be gin. Gin.
I think I did.
All right, nothing doing there. Next roll, Mr. Monopoly.
1 and a 5 for a 6.
And that takes us to North Carolina Avenue.
Oh, damn it. It's not one.
You counted. You miscounted.
All right, Jason, 1275 on the line, the home of Brandon Scruggs. Here's a question.
Jason, in fashion, what formal men's jacket and pants ensemble gets its name from a city north of Manhattan?
Tuxedo.
Tuxedo is correct. $12.75 to you takes you to $33.35. All right, next roll.
The city name Tuxedo. Okay.
5 and a 4 for a 9.
All right, we're going to pass go there. That's $200 for each player. And we've landed on Mediterranean Avenue.
All right, Sephy, your first crack at it. $150 on the line with this question.
One.
All right, Sephy. Similar to sucrose, what milk sugar is produced by nursing mothers?
Oh, gosh. Lactose. I don't know.
Lactose is correct. 150 to you takes you to 1270.
Okay.
Next roll.
Two and a 3 for a 5.
Oh.
And that's Oriental Avenue.
Now this looks familiar, Jason, doesn't it? 550 on the line on this question.
Just a little.
Jason, in the United States, what lake west of the Mississippi has the largest surface area?
Damn. Great Salt Lake. I don't know.
Great Salt Lake is correct. 550. That is correct. 550 you takes you to 4,085. Next roll, please.
So, damn, what makes over there?
5 and a 6 for an 11.
There's a big one. That will take us to community chest. Here we go. All right.
All right. What am I losing?
Well, our first community chest of the night says building code violation. The first place player, you're going to pay $250 to every other player. So that's $250 to Sephy, $250 to Jose, and we're going to take a total of $500 from you, and that is community chest. And that, Kevin Henry, is why people get so crazy about community chest and chance. Next roll.
Hey, we're under 10 minutes.
Come on, 5. Aw.
9 because we got a 5 and a 4. I can't do math.
I was going to say 9. How'd you roll a 9? Atlantic Avenue.
Hey, Jason, this looks familiar again, doesn't it? 1150 on the line. Well, I tried to figure out this math that I apparently have been stealing from Corey Lawrence.
Yes, you have.
All right, so Jason, on the television series Alice, at which restaurant did Alice, Vera, and Flo wait on tables?
Mel's Diner.
Mel's Diner's correct. 1150 to you takes you to 4735. Next roll.
I thought you said Mel's Diner.
What?
I don't think anybody would eat at Nels' Diner.
I heard that.
2 and a 5 for a 7.
I would rather eat at Barf's Diner. We have once again landed on community chest.
There we go again.
You gotta be kidding me.
Okay, so
What's Jason losing now?
this time it says weekend convention passes. Green player, you're going to receive $200 from each player. So that's going to be $200 from Sephy, $200 from Jason, and going to give you $400. And next roll.
Let's see if I can roll a 3 this time.
Dare you.
Nope, it's a 4 and a 5 for a 9.
Meaning we're going to
Sorry, I
pass
love these
go.
community chess
We're going to
pieces.
collect $200 for pass and go. And we're now ready for our next community chest card. This one says, first prize in a beauty pageant. Red player, you're going to collect $250. Next roll.
On 5er.
Doubles! Pair of
Double
5s for
five.
10.
And that will take us to the electric company, Neil.
All right. $1,000 on the line because I rolled a 10 here. Who's going to get it? Here's the question.
The coastal redwood is a type of what large conifer tree named for a Cherokee Indian? Jason.
Sequoia.
Sequoia is correct. $1,000 to you takes you to 5735. Next roll.
That's everything I just paid out.
We are under halfway, by the way. And it's a 7, a 1 and a 6.
And that takes us to New York Avenue.
All right, Jason, another $1,000 on the line with this question.
Jason, what Marxist revolutionary and author of My Life moved to Mexico after being exiled by Stalin?
Was that Valdez?
No, I'm sorry. Toss up for Sephy or Jose.
Oh.
I can't touch this one.
That would be Leon Trotsky.
Yeah, that guy.
All right, next roll, please.
3 for
Oh, here we go again.
Hold on.
There we go, team.
Hold on.
No.
Did you just say it's a 1 and a 2 for a 3?
Yes.
Yes.
It's chance time. Chances are normally a little more nice to us, and this one is kind of nice. Oh, wait till you hear this.
Now.
We're going to advance to Indiana Avenue.
Oh, lovely.
Jason,
that,
here's
that was a nice long trip.
your receipt for getting to play tonight. 1,050 on the line. With this question.
All right, Jason. What Texas blues guitarist known for Pride and Joy died in a helicopter crash in August of 1990?
I got nothing
Time.
on that one.
All right. Sephy or Jose? Looking for a Texas blues guitarist.
My God, I'm from there and I don't know this.
That would be Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh. I didn't think he was from Texas.
All right, next roll.
Doubles again. 10.
Oh, here we go again. Here we go again.
And community chest.
All right, let me open up the wallet. What am I paying?
All right, so on this one, players, this one says interest rate hike. Red player, you're going to pay 10% of your score. 10% would be $177. So we'll take that from you. That's going to go into the free parking jackpot, taking it up to $677. Next roll.
Come on, 3 again.
3 and a 5 for an 8.
Oh,
So we once again pass go, and we've landed on Mediterranean Avenue.
All right. We're getting all the reruns here tonight. $150 on the line, Sephy, with this question.
Sephy, what species of bear is depicted on the logo for the World Wildlife Fund?
Panda bear.
He's a sad panda. $150 a Sephy takes you to 1943. Next roll.
We're approaching 4 minutes on the clock. And it's doubles.
Oh, here we go again.
Wait a minute, did you say a 6?
Oh, boy.
It's a
He
pair of
says a
3
six.
for a set.
Okay, I couldn't hear you because there was a lot of noise going there. All right, so we've landed on a chance. All right, this time our chance card tells us advance to Atlantic Avenue. So we are going to race around the board there to Atlantic Avenue.
It's much longer than a single
All
space.
All right, Jason. 1150 on the line with this question.
Jason, located on Mount Hood in Oregon, the Timberline Lodge was used in which Shelley Duvall horror film?
The Shining.
The Shining is correct. That goes to you. $7,085. Next roll.
3 minutes left. Another double.
Oh, no!
A pair of 2s for 4.
Oh, no.
And players, you are all going to jail. That's going to be $50 from each of you. Adds $150 into the free parking jackpot, taking it up to $827. And we have another roll.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
5 and a 6 for 11.
Oh, boy.
That's going to take us over to Kentucky Avenue.
All right, Jason. 1050 on the line. Can you get it? Here's the question.
Jason, with a total surface area of about 5.4 million square miles, what is the smallest of the world's major oceans?
Indian.
No, sorry, toss up. Sephy.
Arctic.
Arctic is correct. 1,050 to you. Takes you to 2943. Next roll.
Another double. A pair of 5s for 10.
That'll take us to Pacific Avenue.
Very specific. But this one goes to Jason with 1275 on the line.
Jason, first released in 1978, what Milton Bradley electronic game challenged players to repeat a pattern of lights and tones?
Simon.
Simon is correct. 1275 to you. Takes you to 8310. Next roll.
I just got to run away on me, huh? Like that. It's another double.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh.
There we go again.
Let's see.
Now, hold on. Was that 3 in a row?
No.
That was 2.
It was 2. It was
Okay.
just 2.
Two.
So what's the number?
2.
A 2.
Two in
It's a
row.
2 and it's a 2. All right, community chest. Let's see what we've got here. Interest rate hike. Green player must pay 10% of their score. So, Jose, that's going to cost you $284. We're going to send that over to the free parking jackpot, taking it up to $1,111. Next
Not
roll.
going through bad enough, game. Jeez.
All right, under a minute to go now.
Doubles to jail.
2 and a 4 for a 6.
Oh,
dear.
boy.
That takes us to Boardwalk.
All right, Jason, $2,000 on the line at a very critical moment.
Jason, in movies, Sean Penn and Martin Lawrence each starred in films that shared what title? Time. All right, toss up. Sephy or Jose?
Oh, I wish I knew.
I'm blanking. My brain.
That would be Bad Boys.
Oh.
Oh,
All right. Next roll.
3 and a 4 for a 7.
That's going to pass go for $200 to each player. And we've landed on the Oriental Avenue.
All right, Jason, 550 on the line again.
Jason, taken from Article 2 of the U.S. Constitution, what is the name of the annual address the President delivers to Congress?
the inaugural address.
No, sorry. Toss up. Sephy.
State of the Union.
State of the Union is correct. 550. You're at 36.95. Next roll. And we don't have time for that roll. Time is up. Let's take a look at where this wild game has us at right now. Right now, in third place, our green player, Jose Cosres, with $2,756. In second place is our current champion, our red player, Scott Sephy McVay, with $3,693. And in first place right now is our gold player, Jason Myers, at $8,510. Well, we are going to take our final commercial break here. We are going to sell back all of our players' properties, and when we come back, we're going to find out who's moving on to our bonus round for a chance to win $50,000 right here on Monopoly Night in America. Back here on Monopoly, man, we've had a great game tonight. Let's go ahead and take this thing into the station. And here we go. Of course, as we always do, we start with the player that was in third place at the end of our big money round, Jose Cosres. He had $2,756. Unfortunately, he was never able to get a hold of a property, meaning he's not able to earn any money, so that is where he finishes tonight, $2,756. Next, we move over to our second place player, our current champion, Scott McVay. He had $3,693. Whenever we add on the money he gets from selling back his upgrades, he's able to net an additional $1,050. We add that to his total, and he finishes tonight with $4,743. And now we come to, I think what everybody knows is about to be the decision. We come to Jason Myers. He finishes the last round at $8,510. When we sell back all of the upgrades he had, that nets him an additional $4,250. And we add that to his total tonight. He finishes with $12,760. Jason Myers, you're tonight's winner of Monopoly. Congratulations.
Holy hell.
All right, Jason. We will be back with you here in just a moment. But first, let's go ahead and talk to our runners-up. Of course, tonight in third place, Jose Cosres, $2,756. I know your first thing to do is say, oh, man, I just never really stood a chance tonight. But here's the thing. You more than doubled what you made in your last time that you were here with us on Monopoly. So, hey, that's a lot of progress.
I'm not going to complain about the score I got in this game, with the largely in part because those community chess spaces actually worked out in my favor, but also because I actually got in on a few of those.
Shut up about that.
Oh, come on!
Now I see why Turd hates him so much.
You experienced
Lord
that
have mercy, oh my God.
But no, joking aside, I got really lucky on some of those community chess cards, and then I got in on a few of the questions, but overall I can't complain about how I did tonight. I did better than I thought I would.
And hey, and that's okay, because remember, here on Monopoly, the thing that you were really trying to go after is to finish in that top 9. Because if you can get in the top 9 by the end of the season, that gets you into the Tournament of Champions. And from there, anything can happen, because all you have to do at that point is win 2 games, and it's all over at that point. So you're looking to try to get into the top 9. That is what's most important to you right now. So with that being said, did you have a good time with us tonight, Jose?
With everything that unfolded in that big money round, how could I not? I had an amazing time tonight.
Well, hey, we are definitely glad that you had that amazing time. And again, you did a lot better than you did last time, so you need to stick with that. So will we be seeing you again here before the end of the season?
Well, you better believe I'm going to be back. I'm going to do everything I can to get in that top 9.
All right, well, we definitely wish you the best of luck with that. So looking at your total right now, let's see. That will take you, you are just barely, you would be in 11th place right now, and you're not but about, let's see, $49 behind 10th place, and you would be, let's see, $79 behind 9th. So you are,
close?
it is
Wow.
that close right now.
Goodness.
Yes. So, hey, again, this is a long season. We're only through 10 episodes. 25 episodes takes us through the entire season. So we will definitely look forward to having you back here again later on in the season. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Mr. Jose Cosres.
I'll be back.
Yay.
All right. So then next up, of course, we go over to Mr. Scott Sephy McVay. Man, you've had quite the run here. Had you won tonight, it was going to be a brand new car for you. So
I
it
still buy a car.
No, this is true. You do have enough money to buy a car, and you could buy the car that we were going to give you multiple times over. So you've had one hell of a run here on Monopoly. I can honestly say probably when it comes down to the number of bonus game wins, definitely the greatest run
Yes.
possibly ever. Definitely right up there. If it's not number one, it's 1A. So
Exactly.
did you have a good time with us here on Monopoly?
Oh, for my whole run, I did. Though, of course, I know tonight was not my A game, but I still had a good time, though.
But you did have that good time, and that's what we're happy to hear. So, of course, you're going to walk out of here for now with a total of $190,008, and you are sitting very pretty as of this moment in first place overall for our season, man. Congratulations to you. And I'm sure, seeing as how there's still 15 more episodes to go, we're going to see you here again once or twice.
You'll probably get a good chance to see me. Yeah, we'll see you then.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Scott Sephy McVay. Great champion and had a all-time memorable run here on Monopoly. But all good things come to an end, and when they end, that normally means something even greener and smelling better comes along, and that's him. Jason Quantavius Myers, $12,760 is your name right now. Man, tell me, what are your initial thoughts?
I knew heading into this game I was going to have my work cut out for me because Sephy is no slouch in the trivia world. I knew he knows a lot more than I do. So I just would have had to be quick on the buzzer and hopefully know exactly what I was getting into before I even say anything about whatever answer I give.
And
it worked, and then community chess happened.
Well, and I think that is the thing that everybody has to remember is even if you feel someone knows more than you, at the end of the day, it comes down to the selection of questions for that night.
Right.
Which for anybody out there that may be saying, okay, Jason won. He normally works on the show. That's why he won. I can tell you why. I can't show you on the screen.
We got to do that clarification thing.
Yes.
I have not given the questions before the show, nor do I have any advanced knowledge of what's about to be asked.
Yes, and that's a thing. Like whenever we do the Buried Enright Cup, although you've not seen any of us play yet, we had said that was always an option to where we could play, but that we would not share what we had coming up. We might share categories on the show that were coming up, but never the questions. Same thing here. I normally use a lot of trivia books and stuff for the stuff that I use, and they have no idea which book I'm using. And I would say in all likelihood they probably don't have the same books that I'm using.
I don't even use any trivia books, so you got that edge on me right there.
Yeah, so yeah, just so everybody knows that, yes. But Jason, fantastic job there tonight. $12,760, but that, I'm sure that's probably not enough for you. Would you like to go win a little bit more?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Well, then let's go once around the block. So there you go, Jason, your name right there in the middle of that board for the first time this season. It is time for us to go once around the block, and this is the time I would like to just pause real quick and say thank you so much to everybody out there in the live chat. We'll say it again in the closing tonight. There's 20 of you right now that are out there. I know I've seen it up over 20 a few times tonight. Thank you so much for supporting us, especially with this being a holiday week. Thank you. It means so much to me to see that. But with that said, let's continue on here. Of course, Jason, as you know, you have 5 rolls to try to make it all the way around this board. If you can make it past go, we're going to give you $25,000 in bonus cash, land exactly on go, and be the third person to ever do that, and we're going to give you $50,000. Of course, there were no hostile takeovers at all whatsoever tonight, which means there are no additional rolls or re-rolls for you. You can earn extra rolls if you roll doubles during your time here. Of course, we'll be firing up the rock and roller here just shortly. Now, we're going to make it a little tougher here. As you notice, we've got the go to jail space up in the upper right-hand corner that you guys did hit during the main game. Well, there's going to be 4 more of those on the board here as we add 1 to 2nd Street, 1 to 3rd Street, and 2 to 4th Street. So, Jason, where would you like to put your one on 2nd Street between St. Charles Place and New York Avenue?
St. James.
St. James Place. All right, now 1 on 3rd Street between Kentucky Avenue and Marvin Gardens.
Ventnor.
Vintner. And then 2 on 4th Street between Pacific Avenue and Boardwalk.
Pennsylvania. And Park Place.
And Park Place. All right, so we have got everything on the board there. All right, so we've got our token on the board. So again, remember, doubles will get you that extra roll. Every roll that you get here, for every step that you take, $100 are going to go in that center box. You can walk away at any time with that. If you make it through all 5 rolls and you don't make it home, but you also didn't hit go to jail, we'll also give you that center jackpot to go home with. So if you're ready, let's do it. Let's go once around the block, as here is your red button, and Mr. Sternopoli is going to get that rock and roller fired up for us. And whenever you're ready, hit that red button.
Okay. Come on. Big number right out of the gate, please. Big number and
Doubles.
nice.
5s for a 10.
All right, that's $1,000 already in the center pot. You still have all 5 rolls remaining since that was a double. All right, your only bad roll here is a 6. Do you continue on or do you walk away with the grand?
Whoever really stops after the first roll, let's go.
All right, he's going on. That rock and roller is firing up again. Push that red button when you're ready.
All right. Come on, just get me past that. Just get me past that first one and we'll be good. Ooh.
For a 10.
What was it?
A 10.
10. All right, so we are down to 4 rolls left. That's another 1,000 in to make 2,000. All right, now things start to get a little hairier. So bad rolls are a 7 and a 10, and 7 is, of course, a high-frequency roll. So do you want to risk that $2,000 and go again, although you're looking good, you're already halfway around, or do you walk away and be happy with an extra $2,000?
Oh, why the hell not? Let's go.
Here we go. Fire up that rock and roller. And whenever you're ready, red button, please.
Just don't be another 10. You've already rolled 2 of them. I don't need a third one.
2 and a 4 for a 6.
Oh, okay.
All right, another $600 in the center jackpot. $2,600 could be yours. Bad rolls here. We have a 4, an 8, and an 11. That's a lot of bad rolls, because that one right in front of you can't roll a 1 unless you're Jose Cosrez or Corey Lawrence. So,
That is
Chris
true.
Hammond.
yeah, or well, he doesn't know what gravy is, so that's okay. 4, 8, and 11. Is it worth the risk? Now, 3 rolls, that should probably get you to go as long as you have decent rolls, but man, it's risky.
Big risk comes big reward. Let's go.
Here we go. The rock and roller is a rockin'. Hit that red button when you're ready.
So, you know how I said I didn't want a 10 before? That would be great now.
Right.
3 and a 4 for a 7.
$700 in the center now. $3,300. Now, here is where we're at. 2 rolls left. Your only bad roll is a 4. Okay? A 7 would get you $50,000. 8 and above gets you $25,000. But again, that 4 sends you home with nothing. And Officer Barbrady would love to take that money away, because then he gets to spend it on hooch. So 2 rolls are left, Jason. Go or go home.
That's the best chance you got, Jason. Go for it.
I'm this close. I gotta go.
Here we go. The rock and roller is a
Get that
rocking.
7, Bob.
Let's see. Is there a 7 for 50 grand? Red button.
Where's Hal Shear's suit?
Let's get that 7.
It's a 7.
He got it!
He did it! Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Myers has just won $50,000. It has happened again. Oh my God.
Gotcha, bitch.
Jason Myers, when we take that $50,000 and add it with what you won in the front game, that means tonight you're going to walk out of here with $62,760.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So that is
That's for you, Sephy.
that is absolutely amazing, Jason. Man, when you were in that position over there, when there was 3 bad rolls set up against you, what were you thinking going for it?
I knew it was a big risk, and yeah, the odds may have been against me, especially with one of them. I had to take that risk.
Well, and you took it.
I would have been a fool to walk away.
Hey, very true, but hey, $62,760 in your first night with us here on Monopoly for the season. That, of course, is going to say that it's going to change the leaderboard would be an understatement. So we're going to do that real quick here on my end. So that means now, Jason, you have jumped all the way from the bottom to 3rd place overall in the season for your total amount won, which means if the season ended today, which it doesn't, but if it did, you would have one of the 3 spots to the people that get to choose who their opponents are going to be in the Tournament of Champions. Wow. Congratulations to you here. You'll be back again next week for a chance to add to that total. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, give it up there for Mr. Jason Myers. Well, Neil, I think you know what that means, right?
Yeah, I think so.
What's it mean?
That means I get to be Mr. Monopoly again next week.
That means you get to be Mr. Sternopoly again next week. Of course, if you're here, we thank you so much for doing it tonight. You did a fantastic job. Was it everything that you hoped for?
I think it went a lot better than I expected it to.
Well, hey, like I said, that we are definitely glad that you got to be here, a part of it, man. That it was a good game tonight, but at the same time, Jason really kind of dominated.
Absolutely. I mean that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When you had 3 rolls left and all those bad rolls, that was a crucial moment for him right there.
That was definitely a very crucial moment. And I see here that out in the live chat, Dylan Milford has said Bar Brady is calling it quits. With the way this season, the season started, if we kind of rewind a little bit, we did not have a bonus game winner until episode 5. So it looked like that Bar Brady was going to go on a reign of terror. But since then, the bonus game has been won 5 out of the last 6 episodes. So... yeah, if he ain't quitting,
of all the corrupt cops there.
Yeah, if he's not quit, he's most certainly thinking about it. That's for sure.
If he quits, does that mean it's going to be Barney Fife next week?
Well, I can't promise you anything. For all we know, it might wind up being Judge Judy or Judge Joe Brown or somebody like that. But yeah, here's the thing. Again, we so appreciate all of you out there for being here and being supportive of Monopoly, man. We're 3 seasons in. We're having so much fun with this. And I can be honest with you, while there's lots of people that could host this, here at MVG Productions, I'm very blessed that I'm currently the only person hosting it. And man, we just have so much fun with it. And hopefully the fact that there's not a lot of monopolies out there, that's one of the things that continues to bring you guys around, because to see those numbers staying up in the upper teens and low 20s tonight for our live chat, and for the entire episode, that's just so encouraging, and could not be anything but thankful for that. So yeah, I do want a few programming reminders before we get out of here for the night. Just a reminder, you will not be seeing the Barry and Enright Cup tomorrow night. We will be taking the next 2 weeks off, just because it happens to fall on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. So we will not have Barry and Enright Cup this week or next week. Next week, however, we will be back once again on Monday night on New Year's Eve. December the 30th, we'll be back for our 11th episode. Yes, Eve. For the 11th episode of the season of Monopoly. So definitely we look forward to having you guys here for that. And then next Tuesday night, part of the reason why we wouldn't be doing it is, of course, I believe it's 6 p.m. Eastern, if I'm not mistaken, will be the world premiere of the 2024 Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour here that Brandon Scruggs puts on for us every year, of course, along with Jason Meyer. So we're definitely looking forward to having that out there for you guys. We definitely had a lot of fun when we taped it, and think it's going to be a lot of fun for you guys to watch. As always, make sure that you haven't already done so. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel. If you've subscribed to it, go out and see if you can find us a few more subscribers, because with the number of subscribers MVG was able to pick up in the year of 2024, if we can replicate that again next year, we will make it to right almost at 2,000 subscribers by the end of next year. And that's something we definitely want to give Mr. Brandon Scruggs, because, man, he works tirelessly to make sure that you guys have fantastic content out there to watch with the live streams. Again, coming sometime in 2025. We don't have an exact date yet. The MVG store will be going live with some of your favorite merch that you've been waiting on. I can give you a little wink, wink, nod, nods. You might be, I don't know, I think a lot of people, their favorite number is a 2. You might see something that's got that on it. We all know one of our esteemed colleague, he's brought the back into the MVG lexicon. You might see a little something with that, and there's going to be plenty more here. Lots of your sayings, words English can't. Hey, be ready for it, because 2025 is going to be a big year for both Grandma Studios and for MVG Productions, and we look forward to bringing it all to you here each and every day. But until we get to go once around the block once again next week, he was Neil Sternitsky, I'm Turd Ferguson, and you sure as hell aren't. We'll see you back here again next week for another episode of Monopoly Night in America. Until then, everybody, take care and good night. Ladies and gentlemen, as the final buzzer sounds and the lights dim on another exciting day, we bid farewell here at MVG Productions, broadcasting from the heart of Sylva, North Carolina. Today we've seen contestants triumph, puzzles unravel, and fortunes change. We hope our game shows brought you thrills, laughter, and maybe a few nail-biting moments. Thank thank you for being a part of our audience, supporting us, and recognizing the vision of Brandon Scruggs, who owns and operates MVG Productions. Until next time, we leave you with our national anthem. Good night.